Alright, I'm about to head off on my next trip, but before I go into those details, I do have a huge announcement, and that is that since the last trip I've officially retired from corrective services after 15 years. A few reasons for that. I became totally fed up with the bureaucracy of the politics and the place always being short-staffed. Although over the years I work with a lot of great people, I'd have to say that overall it's a pretty awful job and I wouldn't recommend it to anyone. Another reason is that I've had enough of shift work. It's bad for your health, but it's particularly bad as you get older, so no more of that. And another reason is that a couple of years ago I started up Uber driving, and I found that something I really enjoy. You can't beat being your own boss, and now doing that full time. But I'm about to start another venture in the next few months. I'll be starting up Aussie Tom's Tours, offering half-day and full-day tours around Broken Hill and Silverton. So if you're out this way, look that up on the net, and I might see you on the road. So now to this next trip, and it's off to Sydney for the Anzac Day long weekend, tacking a couple of days onto either end, so that'll make a week of it, and catching up with family and friends. As usual, it's a packed itinerary, but a few of the highlights for the week will be attending the dawn service at Martin Place on Anzac Day. Never done that before. And also attending a couple of NRL matches. One of the downsides of living in the outback is I haven't been to any football match for 7 years, and I used to go every week, of course. And another highlight, in fact probably the highlight of the week, will be attending the Opera House on Sunday to see the Man from Snowy River in concert. It's got rave reviews, and it was one of my favourite movies from back in the 80s. In fact, the movie was released 43 years ago now, so time really just flies by. Well, the first great value activity of the trip is a tour of the State Theatre in Market Street. It's a 1 hour tour, and it's $25 per person.
They also built the Capitol, so I don't know if anyone remembers Sydney. 40 years ago we had a theatre district just like London or New York, and it's all been demolished. There's only two old theatres.
These are all original tiles from 1929. This goes back to 1812.
These are copies. Samuel Rothwell, that built the first movie palace, ended up building the world's largest movie palace, the Roxy in New York, which was 6,500 seats. He said, "Haven't you read my book?"
And Josephine.
Because he used to sneak off there when he was at school with Rods and Hammerstone mentors, and he went to...
Up here in the nosebleed seat section, the chandeliers are really nice. We had planned to come to the dawn service this morning, but it was pouring rain, so just heading now to the Anzac Day March. statue of Queen Victoria at the old post office building in Martin Place. This is the new Allianz Stadium, where the old Sydney football stadium was. Before that, the Sydney Sports Ground. Statue of Reg Gasnier, one of the St George greats. Alright, today we're at Randwick Racehorse, and there's 4 of us. We've got a big betting pool together, so there's a fair chance that we'll have a good win. Actually,
what's the quaddy again?
Looking at these pelicans, there's probably not much chance. Have a go at these clowns. Tonight we're at Combat Stadium at Parramatta for the Penrith versus Manly match. It's a fantastic stadium. First time I've been here. And it's Penrith's home ground this year because the stadium's been redeveloped. Alright, today it's the Man from Snowy River in concert at the Opera House. There's the Carnival Splendour. I travelled on that 12, 13 years ago. Today it's a trip on the Bundina ferry from Cronulla over to Bundina. It's Australia's oldest operating ferry service.
Yeah, that's it. You can't take it any other time. It's just, and they were gonna... Alright, we're at the balconies, which is as far as I'll be going today. I think over there in the distance is Wedding Cake Rock. That was the planned destination, but just found out that you can't go on it anymore because it can fall into the sea at any time. So maybe not a good idea. Beautiful part of the world here.
West Tigers are going not too badly this year. And not
Alright,
sure
shut up. Now it's time for another travel tip segment, and for this video I want to talk about getting the best value possible from your overseas flight bookings. So first of all, we're going to rule out first class and business class. Although it would be a fantastic travel experience, it certainly doesn't come under the value of value. They're horribly overpriced, so we'll rule that out. I'm also going to rule out budget airlines, although you can get a good experience occasionally if you're lucky. In general, the cheap flight, it's not worth it because the service is absolutely horrible. And if anyone doesn't believe me, just book a flight on Ryanair and see how you find them. So that leaves the main carriers, the full service carriers, a choice of premium economy and economy. Now, premium economy is nice to fly in, but costs about twice the amount of standard economy. And problem for me with premium economy is what they're providing is a service that's pretty much what economy was 25 years ago. Right? So what the airlines have done is they've deliberately pulled back the service levels in economy. It's now an absolutely horrible experience. The leg room is about the same as what you get in a local bus. And what makes it even worse is that morons will recline their seats back on top of you. It's incredibly uncomfortable, and not only that, the food is awful now in standard economy. For example, on a recent flight back from Singapore to Sydney, Qantas, where you used to get a full breakfast, now you get some sort of wrap in a cardboard box, and the flavour of it was about the same as if you'd eaten the cardboard box. So the good news is there is a way around this, and that is to get onto skyscanner.com.au, put in your itinerary, and it'll come up with a range of prices for standard economy seats. Book the best value you can get, the cheapest one you can get, and when that booking goes through, then you go onto the airline's website and you'll see a map of the plane, and you can move your seat to a exit row in the economy section. It costs a few $100 extra, right? But you'll have so much leg room. You'll have a lot more leg room than the people in premium economy, and in some cases business as well. It's you're still going to have to put up with bad food, but what you've got to consider is that with the hundreds of dollars you'll be saving when you get to your destination, you can certainly afford a few flash dinners. Well, the weather in Sydney for the last week's been pretty dodgy, but today it's absolutely dismal. Looks like it's going to pour down rain all day. Going to check out the new metro light rail system. Runs out to Tallawong. See what that's like. Well, the first thing I notice is the setup here is a lot more like what you'd find in Singapore. It's all very clean and very organised. We have to go under the harbour. Scoots along pretty quick, and it's completely driverless.
This stop is Chatswood.
This is where you come out of the tunnel.
T1 North Shore and
Chatswood.
Western Line train services. Doors will open on the left.
It's a fantastic system. This doesn't feel anything like being in
This
Sydney.
stop is Chatswood.
Alright, that brings this week in Sydney to a close. It's been a good break. If anyone is planning a trip to Sydney, I'd suggest looking at other times than the end of April, because my recollection from years gone past is that it's a very wet time of the year, and this week was no exception. I only had a few hours of sunshine for the whole week, but still managed to do a lot of fun things, which was great. One of the highlights was playing poker at the Star. I managed to get back on the scoreboard and finished 5th in a tournament out of 88 players, and that was good for a payout of about $1,400, which was a nice bonus. And certainly the going to see the footy and the races were highlights, as well as the Manfred Snowy River show, which was terrific at the Opera House. So that's it for now, and I will see you on the next one.